Okay, I'm better off doing this with another video, simply because Twitter and things like that only have a certain character limit. It only has like 150 characters. So, basically, how do I record my videos and how do I do crazy stuff like, well, having music in the background without going through a microphone? Obviously, going through a microphone would, well, sound like crap. So, what I do is I use a little app called Soundflower. Now, if you have Audio Hijack Pro, you already have it. You already have Soundflower. Now, I don't use Audio Hijack Pro because I feel that it's a big, giant, bulky program that I can do the same thing with simply a 5 kilobyte program. Yeah, Soundflower itself, the actual installer and everything's only 5 kilobytes of hard drive space, which is smaller than most text documents that are 4 or 5 pages long. So I'd rather use 5 kilobytes versus, what is it? I think it's like 15 megabytes or something for a whole Audio Hijack Pro. Now, how do I switch from system audio to headphones? Well, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't really matter what kind of headset you use. For example, I'm using a 3.5mm plug analog headset. I don't use USB. I could, I'd have no problem with it. But to switch from system audio such as this, okay, slow this down here just a hair. I am now in
output, selected tab 2 of 3.
System preferences under sound, and you go to output, and you'll see a table. It has, I believe it
Sound
has
output devices,
4
table,
rows.
1 row selected, name, Soundflower, UCH, type, well 2 of 3.
Okay, 3. If you're using a USB headset, you'll see 4, because a USB headset has its own sound drivers basically, so it recognizes USB headset with a built-in headset, which is what this kind of recognizes, because it's it's using the actual card of the Macintosh. When you use Soundflower, you're using a whole different channel. It's not really even using your sound card anymore. It's using a whole different channel. Because Soundflower basically builds into your sound preferences. Audio Hijack does the same thing, but Audio Hijack is laggy, at least from my experiences. And I don't want a laggy program that's huge on my computer. So, I use what I use, Soundflower. Now, I am using an external microphone. It's a desktop snowball microphone being ran through Soundflower. How am I doing that? I'm using GarageBand. I'm using GarageBand to use my microphone. Now, the music I'm playing through VLC and Soundflower, which is what I do because I like to have little talk beds in the background. Except this case, it's Super Joint Ritual, which is a metal band featuring Phil Anselmo, who was the singer/screamer for 90s band Pantera. But yeah. Let's see, how else do I do things that are different? Oh yeah, you just set your output and basic inputs and everything, so you can, you know, run a Skype call, run your system audio, and run music on one video. Everyone thinks it's really complicated. Not really. You just set your outputs and inputs, and it's pretty obvious which outputs and inputs you set. Obviously, for system audio, you set your output so it inputs into your headset, and so you don't lose speech. You use Line-In, which is a little application. It's
Finder, VLC,
really small.
Player, GarageBand, Line-In, window, Line-In, pass-through, checkbox.
That's what it is. Now, when you first install Soundflower, you're gonna see what's called Soundflower Bed. I just installed it directly through Nicecast. So I don't have anything like that. I didn't need it because it just installed it perfectly. When you first open up Nicecast, you get a little application or a little text box thing that says there are extra plugins you can get. Would you like to get Soundflower or Audio Hijack Pro? I've done some research and I chose, obviously, Soundflower. And again, my reasons have been stated above, so that's, you know, that. But something else is really cool.
System preferences.
Okay, I just switched back to my headset. Now I can just switch back to
Soundflower 2CH.
System audio there. And how do I do that so quickly? You just stay in the same window, System Preferences, or if you're even out of the window, you can just Command Tab over the window and just go back up, hit the up arrow key, and it goes to your headset. But something else that Soundflower allows, and I know Audio Hijack does too,
100 output show volume,
but again, it's really sluggish, at least from my experiences.
Sound effects tab.
If you go to Sound,
selected sound effects tab.
hit the space bar on it,
headphones, play menu, Soundflower 2CH.
switch it to Soundflower 260H, which is what I use,
Caps lock off.
because it's a stereo thing.
Alert sounds table.
I can do this.
Glass. Hero. Morse. Ping. Morse. Hero. Glass. Funk.
And back to my default sound. And
Soundflower,
if I completely uncheck
headphones, closing
the line and box inline, and I will completely lose speech and everything. So let's not do that. But that's how everything works basically.
Alert sounds table.
And if anyone needs any more help with this, is perfectly fine. My Twitter is twitter.com/JamesClark13, and I'm putting this video up mainly because a young lady on Twitter needed my assistance with things, so there you go. So anyone else who views this video, I'll be more than happy to answer questions. It's perfectly all good. If you need help with configuring anything, I can basically help you out with that too, so it's all good. I don't mind. That's basically what I do.
Sound effects.
So
selected.
I'm a nerd.
Input tab free. Output tab 2 of free.
Yeah.
Selected.
Let's just say it myself. I got this thing working myself completely with no sighted assistance, so yeah. So there you go.
Sound output devices. Table.
Okay, let's change this appalling speed back to my comfort zone.
Rate 60. 100%.
Yeah, fast speed voiceover.
Help button. Sound output devices table 1.
Okay. Alright, we'll talk to you guys whenever the next time is I do a video. Which maybe tomorrow, maybe again today, who knows. Whatever happens, happens, and whatever doesn't happen, well, obviously it doesn't happen. So, best regards to all, and as I always say, 73 is to all, and stay safe. Oh, by the way, if you are like myself, I am studying to become a ham radio operator. If anyone's similar to myself, if you're looking for a great website to study ham radio tests on, go to radioexam.org. So, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Until then, stay safe, and don't forget, be nerdy.